In this video we want to take a little bit of a closer look at the downwind foils that were being used last M2O. There was definitely a lot of interest and questions, and I actually happen to own one of those downwind foils from Armstrong, the 685. And in all honesty, when I first got this thing, I thought there was no way I'm gonna ride this. I'm not gonna be capable of that, but I could not have been further from the truth, and this foil really surprised me. Full transparency disclaimer, I did not SUP downwinded. I actually used it for winging and did a downwinder like that. For me, the wing is still a crutch to get up in the bumps, but don't be intimidated. The results are quite amazing, and we're going to take a look at that right now. First, maybe we want to compare a few things, and I've been working my way down to an HA 880. And just to give you guys disclosure here, I'm weighing 75 kilos. I'm mostly riding a 75 liter board and windy conditions at all times. That's what I've been mainly riding, and I'm doing really well with it, and that's been kind of like my to-go-to foil. Along comes this thing, and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, it's a steak knife. How am I ever gonna ride something like this? How am I gonna get this thing out of the water? I mean, look at the core. It is slimmer than slim. I was really intimidated and thought like, well, and then guys are supping this. Are you crazy? How am I gonna get this thing out of the water? So I figured, hey, I can always wing things because it's easier to get out of the water. I can get into the bump still. And I did a video with the mid-length board, and I thought, hey, why not putting this one on just for shits and giggles and see what happens. And what happened was that I was totally blown away and extremely excited about the speed and everything on this foil. So I decided to use this thing at the Paddle-et-Moi. I could not believe I broke my own personal speed record. Usually I can't get above 20 miles an hour, but with this thing I ended up doing 26 miles an hour. I was so stoked. And I was like, wow. From a technical point of view, what I think what really makes these things so efficient, the under curvature. And I don't know how easy you can see this, but if you see the trailing edge here, how this is towards the center here, and how thick it is on the leading edge, and then how that curvature there, I think really this got something to do with it. And I am thinking that it's not going to be much longer and Armstrong's going to come out with something smaller than this and even faster. I wouldn't put it past these guys. That's kind of like how they roll. But for now, let's just go down to the beach. Right, we're on the spot. It's nuking. I got my signal gear on. Always wear signal gear, guys. And we're gonna replicate the Paddle-et-Moi situation for me with my 75 liter board, foot straps, and we're gonna go into full sand mode and see how many miles per hour I can squeeze out of this foil. Concluding this thing real quick, hey, this 685 sails really well. Good upwind performance also, and the top speed, yeah, I again up in the 25 knot range, trying to find the top speed on this thing. I don't think I was able to find it. I think I have to put my mast further back next time. Another surprise is that getting up on foil was not that hard. I mean, of course, yes, it was nuking. It was really windy, so 25 knots. I have a 3.5 meter wing, and I have no problem getting this thing started and sailing so fast. And yes, also one thing for sure, this foil really shines in the bumps. Once you let the wing go and you find your bumps, this thing glides so nice through the bumps. It maintains its speed, and I was really connecting some of those bumps, turning really well. You'd think a foil like this doesn't turn really well, but no, it turns really nice. Jibes and all of that, turns nice, pumps well. Overall, I'm actually kind of like, oh, what else am I gonna need? Is this my to-go-to foil too for now? I think it maybe just be my new to-go-to foil. I mean, unless you have waves, of course it's not for the waves, but for now, for downwind season and winging, it is definitely my to-go-to foil. And hopefully soon enough I foil this thing without a wing, and hopefully soon enough we'll see you guys in the next video.